Who among us considers herself a feminist?
I only know so many victims of sexual assault before you have to care.
If they're true.
Right. It's an allegation. That's not a conviction. They're innocent until proven guilty.
There's a lot of women that say that they were assaulted that weren't actually assaulted, and it takes away from the women who were assaulted.
What's up, YouTube? Poor Man Podcast back with another video. Give me the HBO special. That's to help a brother out. Special, hit the like and subscribe button for more content. Let's get right into the video.
This morning is partnering with digital media company Refinery29 for the series My Vote, looking at the impact of millennial women on the upcoming midterm elections. Alex Wagner spoke with a group of 6 millennial women voters from Pennsylvania at Frankfurt Hall in Philadelphia. The panel included 3 Republicans as well as 3 Democrats. They all plan to vote in November's midterm elections. And in an exclusive clip for CBSN, they spoke about a variety of issues, including feminism and sexual misconduct.
We're all women here. Who among us considers herself a feminist? Raise your hand. Halfway up. Why are you a feminist? What does that mean?
To me, it means that I fight for the equality of women when it comes to equal pay, equal rights, and especially respect.
When I think of a feminist, I definitely don't picture myself. I don't feel like I need to go fight for rights that I already have.
Here's the thing. We gotta just do it again. All right. And it's been debunked so many times. It's just really a shame that we have to continue to do this. But it's not even real. The gender wage gap is not real, guys. The study she's referring to, which has been a cancer to society, is a study that just took into account all salaries. It didn't equate for work hours. Men work 41 hours a week on average. Women work about 36 hours a week on average. Who do you think's going to get paid more on their paycheck? It didn't equate for more dangerous jobs. Men work more dangerous jobs. In fact, men make up about 93% of all workplace deaths. If you work a more dangerous job, you tend to get paid a little bit more because you could die. If companies could save 20% by hiring women, we would be hiring based on cup size. There would be a man couldn't get a job to save his damn life. But it's just not true. It's not real. It's not even a real thing. It's just one of the last things that feminism has to hold on to. And so they keep putting it out there, and people aren't doing their research because they want to believe that they're disenfranchised when it's just not true. You don't work long enough hours, and your jobs are comfy and cozy with AC. That's the reason why you tend to get paid less. Women will opt out of work to go take care of their children, which is what they should do. Women take more sick days to take care of their children, which is what they should do. I'm not saying these are bad things. I'm just saying this is the reason why women don't get paid on average as much as men. But let's keep going.
There's not a war on women right now.
Yeah, I think feminism is cancer. What right does a woman not have in America today? When you look at the gender wage gap is complete myth.
You think the wage gap is a myth?
Oh, it's absolute myth. When you look at statistically broken down, there is no wage gap. The problem is women typically go into fields that are lower earning than men.
Lauren, are you a feminist?
No. When I hear the word feminist, from what I see in the media, I kind of look at it as a victim kind of mentality. I am all about women's rights, women's equality, and more so equality of opportunity.
My bad, y'all. After this, I'm done stopping the video, but I do have to say this. When we talk about equal rights, what are we really talking about? Because when I see this thrown out, it's not really said with any merit. When I look up, I see that women don't have to enter the draft to vote. Is that an equal right? When I look up, I see the fact that a woman can terminate a child without a man's consent, which is 50% his. Is that an equal right? When I look up, I see that women can opt out of parenthood while a man can't. Is that equal? When I look up, I see that women have less prison time for the same sentences as men, or for the same crimes as men. Is that equal? Men are more likely to be victims of abuse. Men are more likely to be victims of every violent crime except for the R word. Men are more likely to be military deaths. Men are more likely to be workplace deaths. Men are more likely to be homeless. Men are more likely to be to have some kind of substance or alcohol abuse. But when we talk about equality, we don't talk about these things. Because when a woman is failing, it's because of the patriarchy. While if a woman is succeeding, It's because she's just innately better. So we don't talk about these things. We don't talk about these things because 1% of men are actually doing well. So that's proof of the patriarchy. While the rest of men, mostly 99% of them, are just everyday hardworking men trying to provide. And they get swept under the rug because the proof of the patriarchy is this hyperproductive 1% of men. It's absolutely ridiculous. But we're talking about equality, right? I have yet to see any movement of equality talk about these things.
Women's equality, and more so equality of opportunity. I do believe there is a gap in wages. I've seen it.
Jessica, when we talk about politicians who have been accused of sexual misconduct, does that matter when you are making your vote?
I think it's a good indicator of their morals and of their values, and so it does matter to me because you can only know so many victims of sexual assault before you have to care. I think it points to a bigger ethical issue, bigger moral issue, because if you can look at someone and view them as less than you and devalue them, then you're going to treat everybody that way.
I think it's an indicator.
If they're true.
Right. It's an allegation. That's not a conviction. They're innocent until proven guilty.
There's a lot of women that say that they were assaulted that weren't actually assaulted, and it takes away from the women who were assaulted.
Right.
We have men literally having to go to court with pulling out text messages from women who claim that they were raped when they really just regretted having sex with that man. That is just so repulsive that women are lying about being raped. Regret is not.
Thank you.
These are tough conversations to have. And it feels like there's a real steep divide in this country between the left and the right. How many of you have friends who are from opposite parties?
And I just wanted to say something about that, because that is the elephant in the room. And the truth of the matter is we can't believe all women. We can't believe all people, because people will lie. People will lie for the benefit of themselves, and it happens all the time. Like, let's just be completely honest. If you regret something, that doesn't mean it was assault. That doesn't mean it was assault, and people don't get that through their minds, and it carries throughout society, and it really takes away from the people who were actually assaulted. You didn't go to that hotel room with insert Hollywood producer because you thought you were going to play checkers at 2 a.m. You knew what you were going there for, but because you didn't get the role that you wanted, now you want to cry wolf 15 years later, 20 years later. And if you have actually been assaulted, I sympathize with you and empathize with you, and I think that those people should be put under the jail. Right? Nobody says that stuff is okay, but we can't just continue to make it so that these men are guilty before they're even proven to be actually guilty. You say that, oh, they're not actually proven guilty, but if I'm a celebrity and I have sponsors and I have responsibilities, maybe I take care of my mom's bills, I have a really expensive house, expensive car, and how I take care of that is through sponsorships. And as soon as an allegation comes out, all of my sponsorships run from me. You're saying that that's me being proven guilty. It doesn't matter if in court it actually says not guilty. None of these brands want to work with people that have allegations. So a woman can destroy a man's whole life based on allegations, based on fake news. And that's absolutely ridiculous.
All friends with them.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Tell me about those conversations that you have with them.
Some of them are really enlightening because it helps push me, like, I'm an experienced debater, so I can see both sides, but to really, really draw me in has been helpful to help me wrap my mind around what is the argument that's missing from this, to bring people together on that common, okay, we all agree on this one minimal feature, so let's start there and build very, very slowly from that. So I love those conversations, even if they make my blood pressure, go really high for a while. It comes back down.
You're laughing, Colette.
Well, because it's so polarized right now.
Yes, man.
I hear my husband angry typing, in the next room.
Hate typing.
Exactly. I mean, people are getting very, very worked up.
All right, Yael Cohen is the executive editor at Refinery 29 and joins us here. What a fascinating discussion and a really good group of women. So let's maybe start off where the conversation ended about the polarization in this country. what do those women feel what's responsible for that? Where's the root cause?
I think polarization is a really interesting topic. It's something that a lot of young women talk about.
Yeah.
I think social media has led to a lot of the feelings that you cannot say in public what it is you are thinking. I think speaking on social media is different than speaking one-on-one with individuals. As we see on that panel, there are a group of women with diverse views all in a room talking about issues and they all have different views.
They're
on it.
reasonable.
Yes.
And kind with each other.
And kind with each other. And at various points in the panel, one will disagree with one, but then agree with the other. And no two people are always vehemently agreeing with the other one.
Right.
So I think that polarization, we talk about it left versus right, but when you break it down by issue, there are a lot of nuances and complicating factors there. And that if people could just speak one-on-one or in person and take it off social media, she talks about angry typing.
Yes.
I think that there would be a difference in feeling about how people engage with one.
Look, I'm going to tell y'all straight up, bro. I'm going to tell y'all straight up. These people are liars. It's not even real. The whole thing isn't real. You can't take any of this stuff serious. They'll tell you, oh, I love the great people of Texas, and then as soon as the power goes out, they fly to Cancun. They're lying. All it is people trying to assemble an army of dumb people. They're gaining power through lying and trying to assemble dumb people. That's what they do. Both sides. They'll tell you to tax. They'll get rich off of telling you to tax the rich. Pay $30,000 for a dress and $30,000 for a ticket to Met Gala. These people are sick people. They're not okay. And they destroy families. Too many times do I see friendships, relationships, families just decimated because they can't get along because of different political views, and these people are lying. They don't care about you. They'll tell you you're gonna kill people if you don't wear a mask, and then they'll throw a party with 700 plus people and no one's wearing a mask. That's because they don't even believe what they're saying to you. It's an absolute contradiction the way they live and what they say, and nobody's holding them to any standard. Because you like your side of the team. You like the Republican. You like the Democrat. And you think that you're always right because of what these people say. You go into these echo chambers where the only facts you hear are Republican facts, or the only facts you hear are Democratic facts, and then you just yell at each other from across the room. It's crazy stuff. It's sick shit, really, is what it is. These people have divided us to the point where we don't even want to be around family members. We don't want to be around certain human beings that may have a different perspective that can add value to our lives because they have different political views that are all made up by people who don't actually live by any of the codes they say. It's absolutely mind-boggling. Look, all you got is your family at the end of the day. So don't let these people separate you from what's actually real. And that is the people around you. That is the relationships you can build with other people. That is the perspective, the different opinions and perspectives you can get in your life through conversating with people who have different points of view. That's what's real. All the other shit is not real. It's fake. Till next time.